Hey everybody, it's super late and I'm about to go to Europe. But I didn't want you all to miss out on the fun planting some of this, what's marketed as ammania bonsai, which has recently been reclassified as rotala indica, true rotala indica. It's a really cool plant. As you can see, a stem plant. It sends out these little, tear-shaped leaves. It'll eventually grow much bigger, much taller, and broader stems and everything. But I have this separated from the tissue culture pot. Obviously, this is going to have to be going through the conversion process, which means it'll most likely melt off a little bit, look funky for a little while, and now's a perfect time because I'm going to be out of town for a week, and I won't have to be hanging around for that time period. I'll actually be out of town, checking out some cool fish tanks and filming them for you guys. But I was going to get this planted in here. I didn't want you all to miss out on the fun. I'll do a much more detailed video on this plant later on. And this actually is your first sneak peek to a small portion of the rescape on the 240. As you can see, I'm not putting this all the way in the background, and that's mainly because I have these real tall crypts in the back, and they're going to continue to be this tall. So I'm actually placing these sort of in the middle area through here, which they'll actually grow up in between and kind of make a cool accent with the other taller plants that are up there behind. This is Uvalsaeus right here, which is a bulb plant, so I'm not really able to trim back and make this plant shorter. It's just going to kind of grow as tall as it wants to. Whereas the stem plant I'm doing right now, I'll actually be able to trim and keep it shorter if I like it. If I like it to be shorter, I can trim it down and keep it shorter. This is some of that stargrass down here in the front. Same growing style, basically, with care here. Is that as things grow up taller, I'll trim them or pull them out of the substrate, trim them down and replant them. Like this piece right here, I would trim it right here, plant it down into the substrate, and it'll grow as a new plant. I got one pot here. I got them from Boost Plant. I ordered them with my own dough, so don't worry. This is a non-sponsored short video. Don't worry about that. I just ordered some of this up because I wanted some. And to be honest, for me, it's actually really nice to be able to plant something and then go away for a week. There really isn't too much that I would be doing to this tank other than feeding and stuff like that. The water is quite stable. This is a mature tank. I've already done a pretty big water change on it. So I wouldn't be doing that anyhow. Even if this plant wasn't doing well, I wouldn't be making any real big changes to the entire tank. I would just kind of see how it does and allow it to take its time to do however well it's going to do or not. As you can see, these little tissue culture plants aren't necessarily the easiest ones in the bunch to get planted and stay in the substrate. Though these do happen to have a good amount of stems on them compared to most tissue culture plants, even though they're only about 1 centimeter long. Happy to get this little area planted right here. It's been kind of barren for a little while as I've let it get that way for the much larger detailed rescape video of the 240 here. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no! Where's it going? Uh-oh, I think I lost that one. It's floated away. Just pushing them down into the substrate, then pile a little bit on the root there to get it to root. Should be fine. Yeah. Got a little addition there. Pretty fun. Can't complain too much. Yeah. That's right, I got my cell phone on a little slidey rail here, so check that out, man. Technology. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.